Hello 8th students, how are you all? I think so all are good and all are enjoying the mathematics videos of class 8. So in the last class I have completed with the cube and cube roots. Now I am going to start with a new chapter, that is mensuration. Mensuration. So very important topic. This topic is continue up to 9th standard, 10th standard. Okay, so very important topic. So first concept we are going to study, that is perimeter versus area. Okay, first concept you are going to study the perimeter versus area. So first we will study what you mean by the perimeter. Okay, so perimeter is the boundary of a closed figure. Can you write the definition? A perimeter is a boundary of closed figure. Okay, so this is the definition for perimeter. That is, a perimeter is a boundary of closed figure. And what we can give the definition of area. So area you can use as definition is the region occupied. Area is the region occupied by the closed figure. Okay, so these are the definition for perimeter as well as area. A perimeter is a boundary of a closed figure. Area is the region occupied by the closed figure. So see a just example I will show. So this is a triangle. Okay, just I take one example of triangle. So this is the boundary line segment. The boundary line is called the perimeter, and the shaded portion is called area. This is called area and this is called a perimeter. Okay, so what I given the definition for perimeter? A perimeter is a boundary of closed figure. A perimeter is a boundary of closed figure. And what is area? Area is the region occupied by the closed figure. So this shaded portion is called area. Okay, so now you are going to study. So see here for rectangle also, if you take one more example for rectangle. So these are the perimeter. The boundary of a closed figure is called perimeter, and this area, the shaded portion, is called area. Okay, so this is the definition for perimeter and area. Okay, now you are going to study the formulas, the basic formulas as you have learned in the previous class. That is the first one we go with square. Okay, first one square. The basic formula in the mensuration you are going to study, that is a square. So just I will draw a shape. So this is a square. Okay, so this is take as L. Okay, so what you can give perimeter of a square? So perimeter of a square, you are having the formula as, that is 4, that is L plus L is 2L, 2L plus L is 3L, 3L plus L is 4L. Okay, so this is you are having as 4L. Okay, similarly area of square, you are having as, that is L into L, that is L square. Okay, so for perimeter of square you are having the formula as 4 into L. Area of square you are having as L into L, that is L square. Okay, similarly if you go with rectangle. Okay, second one, a rectangle. Okay, rectangle, just I'll draw the figure. So this is L, this is breadth, again this is L, opposite sides are equal in the rectangle, and this is breadth. Okay, so see here what we can write. So L for perimeter of rectangle, perimeter of rectangle, perimeter of rectangle, that is you can see that is L plus B plus L plus B, means we can write as L plus B plus L plus B. So L plus L you are having as 2L, B plus B you are having as 2B. So finally 2 into bracket L plus B. Okay, so perimeter of rectangle you are having the formula as 2 into L plus B. Okay, similarly area of rectangle, similarly area of rectangle, area of rectangle you are having the formula as length into breadth. So length into breadth is area of rectangle. Similarly if you go with third one, that is a third figure, that is a triangle. Okay, so this I'll choose A, B, C. Okay, so this here I choose as height. So perimeter, this I'll choose A and A. Okay, so perimeter, this is a triangle. So what we can write perimeter for triangle? So perimeter of triangle, what we can write a formula for perimeter of triangle. So perimeter of triangle you are having as A plus A plus A, that is sum of 3 sides. You can write as sum of 3 sides. And what we can write, area of triangle, area of triangle you can write as, that is half into base into height. So half into base into height is your area of triangle. Okay, so I hope so you understood these 3 formulas. And next formula that is you are going to have, that is next one, that is fourth one, that is parallelogram. Next one you are having as parallelogram. What we can give the figure? So this is the figure. I'll write as this A, B, C and D, and this one is height. Okay, so I have to write the given formula. What is the perimeter of parallelogram? This I will choose as A and A. Okay, so just write perimeter of parallelogram, perimeter of parallelogram you are having as sum of 4 sides, sum of 4 sides. Okay, and what we can write for area of parallelogram? Area for parallelogram, they given the formula as area of parallelogram. Area of parallelogram, they are having the formula as base into height, base into height, or you can write B into H. B into H is your area of parallelogram. That is fifth one you are having as circle. Okay, so circle you can draw. Okay, so this is R, this is center O. Okay, what we can write the perimeter of circle? Perimeter of circle you are having as, what is perimeter of circle? You are having the formula as, that is 2 pi r, that is circumference of circle, it is 2 pi r. Here pi is 22/7 or 3.147. So the value of pi is 22 by 7 or 3.147, and perimeter of circle you are having as the formula as 2 pi r. Okay, and area of circle, that is pi r square, where r is you are having as a radius. R is your radius. Okay, so area of circle you are having as pi r square. Similarly, the last one, that is semicircle. If I divide a circle into two parts, it splits into two semicircles. Okay, so semicircle, so this is a semicircle, this is D, okay, and this is some more R. Okay, so a perimeter of semicircle, you can write as, that is just divide by 2 this one. So you will get as 2 gets cancelled, divide with 2 this, you will get 2 gets cancelled. So you will get as perimeter of semicircle as pi r. Okay. Similarly, area of semicircle, you are having as half pi r square. Okay, so these are some basic important concepts you have studied in the last class. So first we discussed with the definition of perimeter. A perimeter is nothing but a boundary of a closed figure. Similarly, area is the region occupied by the closed figure, and you have studied that is basic formulas, that is what is the perimeter of square. Perimeter of square you are having as sum of 4 sides, and what is the area of square you are having as 4, that is L square. Okay, similarly rectangle, what is the perimeter of rectangle you are having? Perimeter of rectangle you are having the formula as, that is 2 into L plus B. Similarly, what is the area of rectangle you are having as length into breadth. Similarly, if you go for triangle you are having the perimeter of triangle you are having as sum of 3 sides, and area of triangle you are having as half into base into height. Similarly, if you go with parallelogram you are having as the perimeter of parallelogram you are having as sum of 4 sides, and area of parallelogram you are having as base into height. If you go with next one, after parallelogram you go with circle. What is the perimeter of circle? You are having as 2 pi r. Pi value is nothing but 22 by 7 or 3.147. Similarly, area of circle you are having as pi r square, where r is radius. Okay, similarly go with semicircle. If you divide a circle into 2 parts, it splits into 2 semicircles. So perimeter of semicircle is equals to pi r, and area of semicircle is equals to half pi r square. I hope so you understood some of the basic formulas. Okay, so now you comes to the trapezium. Our next concept is trapezium. Okay, so trapezium, quadrilateral with one pair of opposite side is parallel or equal, you can write. So this is a trapezium. Okay, so you can write this A, B, C and D. A trapezium with one pair of opposite sides is equal or parallel is said to be a trapezium. So what we can give the definition. So how to find the area of trapezium, I need to define or find out. So here a quadrilateral with one pair of opposite side is parallel, means AB is parallel to CD. You can write AB is parallel to CD. Okay, so this is one trapezium definition. So see here once again, quadrilateral with one pair of opposite side is parallel. So how to find the area of trapezium, we are going to study now. So see here, area of trapezium. So I want to find the area of trapezium. Okay, so to find the area of trapezium, I'll just draw a figure. So this is the figure. I'll name this as A, B, C and D. I'll draw a perpendicular, that is E, and this as F. Okay, so this is the trapezium figure. Okay, so this is somewhat 90 degree. This is also 90 degree. Okay, so just for understanding, so I am drawing the area of trapezium I need to find. So see here, first one condition to find the area of trapezium, draw AE. Draw AE perpendicular to, so draw AE perpendicular on BC. Similarly draw DF perpendicular on BC. So DF perpendicular on BC. So we have to draw two perpendiculars, AE and DF. Okay, second one, see, it splits into the three options. So see here, it splits into one triangle, one rectangle and one triangle. So it splits in triangle ABE, similarly a rectangle AEFD or ADFE, similarly a triangle DFC, okay. So see here, first one is area of triangle ABE. Okay, first case, area of triangle ABE. So already know what is area of triangle. You are having the formula as half into base into height. Okay, so half into base into height means half into base. Your base is BE and your height is AE, that is BE into AE. Okay, so call this as equation 1, and this you take this as height and this is A. Okay, so next to see second one, second case, triangle. I will choose as DFC, that is half into base is FC into DF. Call this as equation 2. Similarly third one, see, that is area of rectangle, that is area of rectangle or area of parallelogram ADFC, that is base into height, that is EF into AE, that is EF into AE you are having, EF into AE. Okay, so now adding all equation 1, 2, 3 to find the area of trapezium. So area of trapezium is equals to area of trapezium is equals to, that is area of triangle ABE, plus area of triangle DFC plus area of rectangle or parallelogram ADFC. Okay, so area of triangle ABE you are having as half into BE. So BE means we can write as B as it is plus, that is into AE. AE you can write as H into H plus half into DFC, that is half into FC, into DF you can write as H. Okay, similarly plus of base into height, that is EF, that is A into, that is H, A into H, means you get what you can take, what you can do common, that is half H and go common, the remaining is BE plus FC plus of 2a. Okay, so that is half into h, that is BE plus FC. I can write as a plus a plus a. I can write a plus a. This is 2a. Okay, so here BE plus FC plus a, BE plus FC. This is FC plus a. I can write as BC. So half into h of BC plus of a. A is AD. So this is the required trapezium formula. Okay, first we need to draw a trapezium A, B, C, D, and from A just draw a perpendicular AE on BC. From D draw a perpendicular DF on BC. First we have to take the two perpendiculars AE and DF. Similarly, the trapezium splits into three shapes. One is triangle ABE, one a parallelogram or a rectangle AE or ADFE, similarly DFC. So just first to consider the first triangle ABE, that is half into base. Base is BE into AE. Similarly, you consider a triangle half into base. Base is FC into DF. Similarly, you consider the rectangle ADFC, that is base into height. That is you can write EF into AE. Just add the three equations. Just remove the half h common. You'll get as half h into B plus FC plus A plus A. So B plus FC plus A plus A. This you can write as BC. Okay. This you can write as BC, and A you can write as AD. So this is the area of trapezium. Okay. So again in area of trapezium, it is again splits, or they are in the types of right angle trapezium, isosceles trapezium, and a scalene trapezium. Okay, so next you are having that is perimeter of a trapeziums. So you are having next concept, perimeter of a trapezium. Perimeter of trapezium. One is a right angle trapezium. Right angle trapezium. Similarly, one more you are having as isosceles trapezium. One again as isosceles trapezium. Isosceles trapezium. And one more you are having as scalene trapezium. Next you are having as scalene trapezium. Okay. So you are having as right angle trapezium, isosceles trapezium, and scalene trapezium. A right angle trapezium, one angle is equals to 90 degree. A right angle trapezium, a trapezium in which one angle is a right angle. One angle is a right angle. A right angle. So that is a trapezium. A trapezium, one angle is a right angle, is said to be a right angle trapezium. Isosceles, a trapezium with one parallel sides equal in length. A trapezium in which the non-parallel sides are equal. Non-parallel sides are equal in length. Is called isosceles trapezium. A trapezium in which non-parallel sides are equal in length is said to be an isosceles trapezium. Similarly, a right angle trapezium, a trapezium in which one angle is a right angle. Similarly, a trapezium in which non-parallel sides are unequal. You can write scalene triangle. A trapezium in which non-parallel sides are unequal in length. Okay, a trapezium in which non-parallel sides are unequal length is called a scalene triangle. Okay. Similarly, isosceles triangle, a trapezium in which non-parallel sides are equal. They are said to be an isosceles trapezium. Similarly, a right angle trapezium, a trapezium in which one angle is a right angle, is said to be a right angle trapezium. So these are the some perimeter of a trapezium. I hope so you understood this concept.